good weather. Look at that. Oh, hello already. Hi, Lynx Acres. How are you?
Off the road on.
It was a good day. It was a really good day. I'm tapped out. So let's go home. All right. Lynx, it looks like you're saying a whole lot. I'm sorry, I can't read. I can't read the chat until I get to a stop sign or something. But after having 4 days off, those darn kids. Although I did well, I will tell you about the differentiation I did and how successful it was, and really pleased with myself. I'm ready to go to bed. My husband and I stayed up way too late last night. We just didn't want to let go of the weekend, so we got to bed at 10:30 and we're up at 5. I have to finish a video for tomorrow. I thought I would have it done. So I'm gonna whip up a dish called shrimp creole, but I'll do that after I work on a video for a while. Oh, God in heaven, hallelujah, praise the Lord. So yeah, I did have success with differentiation today. And if you don't know what that is, it's when you are grouping your students and you're working with them at the skill level they're at. So there are three obvious skill levels in our challenging class. And one is sorry, I'll try to let you go, but I can't. Be in a hurry if you want to. Anyway, I am brain dead. So when you differentiate, you make sure that they're grouped appropriately and they are getting work that they can do that pushes them incrementally. So not everybody is doing the same thing. So we had our AB group, which is actually the same level. So they're our phonics kids, our phonics and fluency and just trying to put together words and understand and comprehend the reading. There's that group who my co-teacher and I, we work with group A and group B, and we have 3 kids or 4 kids in one group at one table. We work through the words, we work through the questions, and they had each group, A, B, C, D, and E, F, has a different level of reading assignment with comprehension questions. So I've been using this curriculum called Comprehension Success as a supplement for years, but at the high school level. And I happen to have I bought the middle school and the lower grades or middle. So the junior high, they called it junior high and middle grades. So I have 4 through 6, 7 through 9, and 10 through 12. And I didn't use the 10 through 12 today. I used the 4 through 6 and 7 through 9. My more proficient readers started grade the first reading and the, oh boy. My middle group started with the 7th grade reading, and my phonics group started with the 4th grade reading, and they struggled with the 4th grade reading. I read it to them, and then we helped put together we came up with the sentence that would be the answer for the comprehension questions, which were basic facts out of the reading. So it worked quite well. Once I got the kids divided up, the intermediate group, the one who's working at the 7th grade level, I gave them instructions and they worked together, they read out loud together, and they did well. However, I forgot to give them the instruction that they needed to write responses in complete sentences. So it looks like it was my fault. I didn't do that. And with my my proficient or near proficient readers, I gave them the choice of reading independently or in pairs, and they could work as a whole group at their table, or they could work in pairs to answer the questions, and that went quite successfully. So, and they did answer in complete sentences because that's where they are. That's what they know. So that's good. How many do I have in the chat? 6 in the chat, 5 thumbs up. Let's see if we can do some more with that. So I felt really good. I mean, for my first try at this, because I haven't had to differentiate much, not at this extreme level. I haven't had to do it because I've been teaching advanced accelerated 9th grade, or I've been teaching regular intro to high school English where they have those skills. I only have, of the 36, 10 of them have those skills. So they were in groups of 5 and 5, and that was great. And then the intermediate, meaning the 7th grade readers, they were a table of 6 and 5. I was a table of 3, and I was a table of 3, and the other table was a table of 6. But both groups were supposed to have 6. They just weren't there. And for the most part, my group paid attention. My co-teachers group paid attention, except for the girl who decided she wasn't going to do anything. And so she thought it was okay to sit there and play on her phone, so I gave her a choice to either do the work or you go someplace else with her phone. So she decided to go someplace else with her phone. Okay. I can't tie you to your seat, but we're not going to have that. We're not having that. We're not having that in my class. Especially when, I took 2.5 hours to plan this because it was my first time, and you're not going to pay attention to me or my co-teacher? Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Trisha's motivational moments. She always goes, bye, Felicia. Trisha's funny. Bye, Felicia. So, you guys, I'll look at the chat once I get home. So it was quite successful. So we started out, and I put out their journals. Everything was there at their tables. The first, I had the writing prompt up. Only 2 people said, I can't do this. I can't write about this. I was like, then write about anything. The goal is 75 words or more. Write about anything. Write about any topic you want, as long as it's school appropriate. So that got them quiet, and they started writing. And then, God, these roads. After that, we reviewed our grammar. So we're using the University of Kansas writing sentence writing strategies. So we know what a subject is, we know what a verb is, we know what a linking verb is, so action and linking. We know the differences between those two things. We know we know what an infinitive is and what an infinitive phrase is. So today we learned prepositional phrases. So we had our sentence, we identified the subject, the verb, the prepositional phrase, we corrected whatever is wrong if it needed a capital letter or punctuation. They did well. There's only a couple that didn't understand. And so the clue to prepositional phrases, turning, everybody's turning. The clue to prepositional phrases, like how you find them, is ask yourself, tell yourself, anywhere a bee can fly. Anywhere, oh, there's one of my students running. Anyway, anywhere a bee can fly, that's where you'll find a preposition. So a bee can fly over, a bee can fly under, a bee can fly around, it can fly through, it can fly above and below, a bee can fly, the exception is for, there's a couple other exceptions, betwixt. So I had the students, they were like, so where's the preposition? I said, what's the word that you would fill in here? A bee can fly. And they go, oh, through the woods. Okay. A bee can fly under the table. So that's how that works. And I had that tool right there for them so they could use it. Some of them forgot to, and they started making stuff up, but then once I got them back on track, they did it. Now that sounds very simple, but it isn't. Okay, we're headed to the west side, so you know what that means. So that sounds very simple, but it is not. Not for somebody who has difficulty learning. So tomorrow we'll do more prepositional phrases. We'll write 2 more hamburger paragraphs where I'm going to get them, start them writing on their narrative. So what I want from their narrative is that they write about an obstacle they've overcome. So our paragraphs are going to be about obstacles or problems we've overcome. So I'll have them generate a list of problems they've had in their lives. And then if somebody wants to write about successes, fine, but it's always good to write about a problem that you've overcome and you've learned from it, and that's the goal. So get them writing about doing those couple of paragraphs tomorrow. Do more prepositions, do their writing prompt. And then hopefully, oh, he's in a hurry. Don't stop at the stop sign. No need to stop. You're okay. You're cool. You can almost run into people and run people over. That's fine. You do that. Oh, people. I hate people. And he just had to slow down because there's a cop up there. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be fine. Oh, really good news. So my former perhaps I got to a point where I was like, don't buy me anymore. I don't have any more room in the closet. This is the first year, if I wanted to, I could outfit every single kid in a pair of tap shoes based on their sizes and our inventory. And I did size and fit everybody but the 3 people who decided they were going to buy their own. So we're starting tap tomorrow, and I think one of my live streams tomorrow is going to be putting together my tap lesson. Even though I know how to pad my tap shoes on since this summer, so I got to get my ankles warmed up, and my knees hurt too. So I'm kind of worried about that. But everybody has a pair of tap shoes. This is the first year that's starting tap, everybody has a pair of tap shoes. And I'm way excited about that. So I think I will live stream in the morning, very early morning, tapping, as early as I can handle. So let's see what's going on. There's two of you here. Thank you, the two. It sounds like you're an awesome English teacher. I'm trying. Angela Critters, hello. Marriage and marijuana, hello. Lynx Acres, I wonder how they get to grade 9 with that level of reading. I mean, I know how, but how? They don't. They're moved up. They are moved up, especially if they have an IEP. They just move through the grades. We try to get them proficient by the time they're seniors. Where's my camera? There it is. We try to get them proficient by the time they're seniors, but if they are not, they graduate on their IEP, meaning with their modifications. I got it, yeah. They graduate with their modifications, and then I don't know what happens after that. I really don't. I have no idea. I know that they have a transition period. They're not just, our students aren't just, you got out of high school, bye. It's not like that. They do have some transitional services, I think, up until the age of 22. So, yeah, Angela, but you know, it's sad, but, if they can graduate with some skills where they can get a job and they can go on for more skills training, you know, we do those transitional services so that there are people that recruit folks to work for them, you know, out of these circles because they have been trained in certain trades or skills, you know. So, just because somebody has an IEP doesn't mean that they don't have success in life. I was probably one of those kids who should have had an IEP, or at least a 504, because I couldn't track a conversation. So I always struggled. It wasn't until actually I got to, when I say I couldn't track a conversation, I meant that I couldn't stay focused long enough. And it's probably that I had or am somewhat either ADD or ADHD, but I've gotten along fine in life. I take supplements to help, you know, stay focused. Sometimes I take ginkgo biloba, but I try to, you know, stick to things that my body needs, not additives. And ginkgo biloba is, hi, Louis Fuller. How are you? Good to see you. I was just talking about how successful I was today. I was really proud of myself. And I can go back and talk about that in a minute. But kids who have learning disabilities don't necessarily go on to lead failed lives. Thank you, Louis. Hey, just got the notice. We'll watch it from the beginning. Okay, B-Lady, I had such a good conversation about you the other day, about how you offer advice to me. And people were wondering, where is she? Does she ever come around? I'm like, she's always in my teacher vlogs because she has so much to tell me, which is good. And B-Lady, I will go back. I had a really good day. I had a successful day differentiating between my three major groups, you know, my phonics and decoders. That's what I'll call them, phonics and decoders, my comprehension and fluency group, and my proficient group. That's a great name for them, phonics and decoders. Yeah, and then proficient, comprehension and fluency and proficient. Those three are my groups. My co-teacher and I worked with the two phonics and decoders, and they actually had success. I was able to listen and understand where they were not quite getting it, and then where they really had it. So working with we worked with group A and B. C and D got instruction, and then they were to read together, and then I need water. They were supposed to read together and then answer questions, comprehension questions together, and fight it out if they had to. No, that's not the answer. I was like, dudes. But I forgot to give them the instruction to write in complete sentences, so they didn't. You got to tell them everything. My decoders they were very excited to write in full sentences. I mean, they were really excited. I thought this was interesting. Behavior is usually really off, but sitting there with 3 or 4 kids, they wanted to show me that they could do this. And that felt really good. I still had to pull them back on track, because they're bouncing all over the place. But what surprised me is that kid I told you about, praying, going to Dallas country, had a tornado. Oh my God. Prayers. Do you know what other courses your challenging students are taking? Are they... Be lady, I lost that one. Hold on. Are they, and if they are on the path to college? Most of my students have transitional services after high school, so some will go on to college, some may go on to trade schools, others may just go on to a career path, depending on what their IEP says. So it's not necessary that they're on the college track. It's the transitional services will lead them where they need to go. Yes, prayers, Lewis. So I'm just really pleased because even though, they had 4 days off, you know how that can be. Angela Critters, B-Lady, just turned 35. Who had a birthday? B-Lady? Hello, Antoinette. How are you? This isn't Antoinette. This is my teacher vlog. I think you've been in here before. So I don't stay long. I just stay long enough to talk about my day and then get some advice from B-Lady, because she always gives me great advice, or at least gives me nuggets to think about. And I love it when you all give me nuggets to think about too. Students bouncing around in class can sometimes be kids who are born with crack in their system. Yep, I know. I have friends who were crackheads. And, oh, your son just turned 35. Wow. Happy birthday. Yeah, I have friends who were crackheads, and they had children while they were on crack. What I notice about that, though, as those kids get older, if they don't use themselves, they tend to grow out of that. Or if I've seen a lot of them go into dance, because a lot of my crackhead friends were in dance. I've seen them go into sports medicine, or athletic stuff. So anything that keeps them moving is where it seems they have success. Wow, the sun's setting fast, isn't it? Pretty soon I'll be doing these vlogs in the dark. But yeah, so tomorrow, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Number 1, it's going to be my first tap day. So you guys, plug your ears and come on into my live. I know, Angela Critters. I know. Plug your ears when you come into my live in the morning. I think I'll be live at 6:30 because I'll be tapping away. But in one school, a teacher fought and won for further bouncy chairs to blow up ones that... Absolutely. So I was talking about that kid that bounces around the room all the time. He's perfectly fine. He's one of my comprehension and fluency kids, but he was also the one bouncing around the room and standing up and walking around who got everything right, wrote everything right. He was the one who did it in complete sentences. He didn't get it done early. He got it done right on time. And it was just wonderful to see him succeed. So, I've seen him succeed before, but he really liked the group work and really buckled down. And that feels like success. That feels like success. I got this smile on my face for a reason, because that class that had me crying 3 weeks ago has me smiling today. And I think I'm going to have more of these as I learn how to differentiate. Now, for my teacher development and evaluation process this year, I chose differentiation as my key. What a success story. Thank you, Angela. They have me crying, they have me smiling. Now, I think it's, I am not a religious person. It may sound like I am, but I'm not. I am a believer in the love and hope and joy and energy that people share. And yes, I believe in the energy of Jesus and all of that. I believe in the power of prayer. So those of you who have been sending all of that out in the universe for me, I want you to know it works. A little bit of rest, I only worked a day and a half last week because I got so, you know how I was. I fell down that, yes, bee lady. And I know you're sending them my way because I'm getting brilliant ideas. So it must be going straight up and coming straight down. Thank you guys so much. It really, I can tell that people are really pulling for me. At least, if you're not pulling for me, because there are some of those lurkers out there that are waiting to put some out there, right? But if you're not pulling for me, at least pull for the kids, right? Because I am doing my best for them. And if I can do what I'm supposed to do, they will have success. Let him bounce and walk. I do, bee lady, you know that. Because I was him. I was him. I couldn't sit. What a torturous thing to do to a child. Make them sit for 45 minutes. That's why I always have transition moments. So my transition moments are, we write for 10 minutes, right? And actually, they don't know it, but they're writing for 13 minutes now. And many of them are writing 100 to 125 words and complaining about how they have to write 75 words. And I'm like, but you wrote 100. I don't tell them. If I tell them, they might quit. But after I make everybody get up with their journal and walk it all the way to the front of the classroom and drop it in their bin and walk all the way back, have some settle down minute, and then we get right away into what they already knew. Let's talk about our grammar. I'm so excited. I do get excited about grammar, especially if I'm using a strategy that I know that works. So if there are teachers out there, ooh, it's getting hot in here. Woo, woo, or else I'm having a hot flash. Anyway, if there are teachers out there that you know are having struggles with kids writing sentences, especially the upper grades, have them look for, and they can find it online, University of Kansas sentence writing strategy. Online, they also have the paragraph writing strategy. Who just came in? That's beautiful. Hello, Karen. Grandpa's Adventures. Had a successful day, Grandpa. You guys, I do have to tell you, I'm getting off in 55 seconds. Grandpa, thanks for coming in. 55 seconds because, one, I did the teacher thing again. I did not find my way to a bathroom. I don't know if you've ever heard of teacher bladder. Beyonce is your co-teacher settling in also. So I've come to believe, until I'm done, I gotta go to the bathroom. Bee lady, I believe that I am teaching her how to teach, and I'm gonna be okay with that. She knows how to teach, but she keeps saying, I'm learning so much from you. I'm learning so much from you. This is great. I'm leading the class. She's a good, strong presence. So when we break up to do two groups, I ask her which group she wants because she, I can take on I can take on more difficult kids and get him settled. Because I'm no nonsense. If you're gonna turn your back on me with your phone in your hand, you're gonna walk out the door with the phone in the hand. I don't care what your IEP says. Your IEP does not say you get to play on the phone. Here, a potty and potty paper. I wish, you guys. I go, right? I go during the day, and I get to the end of the day, I get in the car, Food Forest Permaculture, hello. I get in the car, I start this live stream, I get home, and I'm like, okay, I'm talking in the chat, and it's like my bladder is just going, brrr. So I'll see how long I can last. So, anyway, tomorrow's going to be fun. Tap, tap, tap. If you want to see me tap, you want to see me mess up because I haven't had my tap shoes on since July. Tap, 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 tap. Shotcut. Oh, Lynx Acres, you're going to... Okay. If I haven't had my tap shoes on since July, and I think you might find it funny, especially B-Lady, who saw me put that whole tap piece together, and I'm going to look like I haven't had tap shoes on ever. Beyonce. Tuesdays is dance days. B-Lady, every day is a dance day. Tuesday is going to... Tuesdays are, I think, tap days because Wednesdays we have Zumba. But I have to get those tap shoes on. How early will you start tapping? Angela Critters, if you're on the East Coast, it'll be 7:30. I'm Central Standard Time, so it'll be 6:30 or 6:40. And I just have to get warmed up and get ready because I have a freaking meeting still in the background. Edwana, hey, how are you? Good to see you. I'm going to end here soon, you guys, because I think I'm going to burst. Let's see if I can make it to 35 minutes. See if I can make it to 35. I don't know if I can. 7, yeah, it'll be, I think it's 7:30 your time if you're on the East Coast. So, yep, those tap shoes. It'll be, you know what, I'll set up the live stream. I'll set up the live stream before I go to work so that at least you'll see that we're waiting for, or else I'll set it up and say it's at 6:30 or 6:40. Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, so that is 4 p.m. Food Forest Permaculture. We go live at the same time. That's okay. There's plenty of YouTube for all of us. So I'm going to give you 2 more minutes. She has a tap class, B-Lady. What is B-Lady confused about? B-Lady, what are you confused about? Okay, so B-Lady, you know I teach dance in the morning. I can't recall what we wanted to ask Food Forest Permaculture the other day. Can you? Oh, you know what? I'm so brain dead, I have no idea. You have a problem if your eyes feel like they're floating. Grandpa, I'm about there. So I am going to give it 55 minutes. Good to, then good, raid your channel. Good, then we can raid your channel, Karen. Oh, that would be awesome. So I got to figure out what cool cooking thing I'm going to do. You guys, the bean soup. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It had both Troy and I crying. B-Lady, you missed it. You missed it. Maybe you didn't. Were you there? I don't think you were. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was so good. And then those plantains, we ate them cold. They were, because I cooked them for the show, and then we ate at 7:30. Oh, 5 more seconds, 4 more seconds, 3 more seconds. You guys? Oh, Angela, go look at were you in that live stream? If not, go look at the recipe. I put it together right away in the beginning, so you don't have to watch the whole live stream because it was Oh, it was only an hour, but if you want to just watch the first half hour, or not even that long, 15 minutes, I put it all together. I saw the other bean soup, so I have the general idea, I think. This one was better. Okay, I hate to leave with show up for my life. So, thank you. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Grandpa's Adventures, I've reached the eyeball point. My eyeballs are floating. I love you all dearly. I want you to remember to live, love, and learn. And I will talk to you tomorrow morning. I will put those tap shoes on. Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. And then I probably play some YouTube music because I can play that and I can tap to that. So thank you, Grandpa. Thank you. Grandpa's saying to go to the bathroom. I love you all. Bye. See you tomorrow morning and then again for teacher vlogs. Bye.